and family. I know it's been a long time since I've been on Facebook, and I've kind of got off all of social media in the last few years, but I felt like the Father asked me to get on and to encourage you all to just be tuned into Him and to keep your hearts soft towards the Father. He has not forsaken us. He is working behind the scenes for liberty and justice for all. And I particularly had a dream I felt like I was supposed to share that was from way back in January 11th, 2022. This is about Donald Trump calling for trumpets to be sounded. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this dream, and then I'll share a little bit more after I do that. I was at a Trump rally in this dream, but I was not sure where. There was a good-sized crowd, and I was towards the back, but that didn't bother me. When Trump spoke, he said it was time to sound the trumpets once and for all to bring this mission to a completion, to a conclusion. Everyone was very pleased and cheered his statement, although I sensed they really didn't have any idea what he was talking about or what that would entail. Later, I was observing close up as Trump and a few advisors stood on top of a significant building that had a military guard. He spoke again about how it was time to sound the trumpets, and it looked like there were huge emergency sirens, like those big cones on top of poles all over our cities and communities. Only it was a lot longer and narrower, and they were about to be set off. This made me think of the emergency broadcast system. Then something really unusual happened. Trump instructed the military guard that was standing there to shoot his rifle into the air. For some reason, the young man said no. Trump got close to him, and a verbal struggle ensued, and he asked the man if he loved our country and believed in liberty and freedom. The man said he did, but he stubbornly refused to comply. I wasn't sure what would happen next, but I sensed that the military supervisor, who just stood there smiling, wasn't much help with this insubordinate serviceman. This was the chief of the military, and he defied his orders. In a different scene, I stood outside under a dark sky looking around as I spoke to a female military person, and I asked whether it was safe to shoot a gun into the air, and she said it depended what was out there. And she seemed concerned if she would ever be asked to do that. And this also made me think of a shot fired around the world. And my conclusion was maybe nobody wanted to be the one firing that first shot. So again, this was on January 11th in 2022. And I've had quite a few dreams since 2020's election. And I will probably be sharing those in the next few weeks, and as I have time to do that. But one of the things, to be honest, I didn't really want to do this. And I have been on social media for a long time just because I've been in a lot of prayer and just trying to figure out what God's doing, and doing a lot of research and listening to Patriot podcasts and reporters and prophetic voices and studying, and I've been taking Hebrew courses and learning the biblical Hebrew language to better understand the word of Yehovah God. And I really felt like this dream spoke to me just recently, saying that just as much as Trump is the commander-in-chief, and some of you may not believe this, but I believe he still is, that Yehovah God is our commander-in-chief, and if he asked me to do this, then I needed to comply with his instructions. And so I gladly do that, and I hope that as I share more of the dreams I've had about Trump and Obama and Hillary Clinton and some of the other political figures that are going to be coming in the news more and more is going to be revealed about what has been going on behind the scenes. I hope you hang in there with me. And if I do get taken off of Facebook, then I'll be on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel under Anita W. Jones, where I've posted some of my Hebrew roots teachings. And if I get taken off of YouTube, then try to find me on Telegram. I believe it's under Anita W. Jones, and I'll double check on that. But again, I love you all, and be encouraged. I believe we're coming into some difficult times, but I believe when we get to the other side of it, we'll be rejoicing, and it'll be a glorious time to worship and praise God, and to love on our friends and family, and to be a light in the darkness. So God bless you, and let's be praying for liberty and justice for all.